Well, first of all, I think that the government has it right with respect to the local employment planning councils. They're piloting them now, but I think the fact that they have, perhaps for the first time in my career, brought together the key players of the workforce together with economic development, social programming, and so on, and resources to the point where we can actually do something meaningful. Why they chose the Workforce Development Board, frankly, is because we've established ourselves as a go-to people with current locally relevant labor market information that informs economic development decisions, helps businesses decide what they're going to do with respect to business expansion and retention. And I know the Employment Ontario service providers are using that information to help their clients make good and informed career decisions.
Well, I think it's a very important initiative. We've heard for a long time that we have jobs without people and then people without jobs, and this is, I think, an opportunity to get a handle on both the supply and the demand side of the labor market. I know that the work that the workforce development has done historically has certainly benefited a lot of the companies and businesses around this area, and so having that greater level of detailed information that will help in whether it's to expand a business or to develop a business case, I think it's going to make a world of difference.
Well, this is a great process, I think, for us to be able to, as a school system, connect with the wave of the future. In other words, learning more about the opportunities that might exist for our young people, the labor market demands for our young people. There seems to be, in some cases, a disconnect between what we know and what the reality is out there. And so I thought this would be a really good opportunity to connect the dots and hopefully have an impact on career choices for our young people, open doors for our young people, and really raise awareness or build awareness in our schools about what's going on in our communities as far as workforce demands.
As the Agriculture Development Officer, I get a chance to work with the agriculture employers, the farms and agribusinesses in the region. And I think that the LEPC is going to provide them service to better identify the employees that they need to find. So that's been a challenge in the last few years. We used to have services decades ago that were targeted specifically to farmers trying to find their farm labor. And you know, the farm labor pool of the days gone by isn't there anymore, and it's a challenge. So I think that our local employment council, planning council, will be able to meet those needs.
Well, I think what's really important here is the idea that workforce development and economic development really need to start to align and go hand in hand. And as an economic development agency, anything we can do to further that process is going to be beneficial. I think skills and training are always very important for employers. Obviously, they want to ensure that there is a talented and available workforce for them, in particular if you happen to be trying to attract employers to the area. So I think that we need to make sure that they're being listened to and heard, and that we're including their needs and their wants in any new processes that we come up with regards to the labor market.
One of the things that I suggested as well to the committee was to assist business owners with more training on business itself, because they're fantastic skilled tradespeople, but they struggle with running a business. So we're looking at more training incentives for the employer to bring them up to speed on how to manage employees, how to respect them, how to make it work and retain them for years to come. That's the biggest thing, is to educate the business owners.
It's a challenge for many of our employers to provide year-round employment. It's a challenge for many of our employers to attract skilled labor to the area. And the other biggest challenge we have is youth retention, that our youth, who we need in terms of succession planning, are moving out of the area because they don't see the opportunities or don't recognize the opportunities. So what we'd like to get from LEPC is some new ideas, some new strategies, some really sound planning to move us forward. And of course, that all-important data collection. And we talked about this in our working group, helping employers reframe and recognize the importance of them becoming involved and engaged in this whole process. So we're looking forward to that shift in culture in terms of employers.
From the board perspective, the LEPC offers a great opportunity for us to expand our already existing services in a way that is so community focused and so specialized to each community need. We're able to partner with experts in the labor market field, including employers, researchers, community partners, service providers, and be able to gather information that is current and relevant and unique to each of the communities throughout the city of Kawartha Lakes, Peterborough, Haliburton, and the Northumberland area.
You know, you have leading individuals with Trent University or with Sir Sanford, with the Community Future Development Corporation, the Chamber of Commerce. I've always found that if you can achieve a consensus or you get a lot of people willing to work together for a common objective, you're going to get there a lot quicker. So I think they've done a good job in structuring the pilot project, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to actually the implementation phase.